Thank you for tuning in to the Phillip Scott Show. My name is Danielle DeVita. I am a relationship and femininity coach, and I am back with another video. This woman here on TikTok, she is saying how to get a man to pay your rent. I'm going to go ahead and play that video, and I'll provide my commentary. Take a listen.
Here's a hack to get what you want from a man. Let's pretend you want some of your expenses paid for, like your rent. You've never actually asked your man for anything, but you know he's wealthy. And you're probably nervous about some form of judgment or even if he rejects it. So what we're not going to do is this. Hey hon, I just got an eviction notice saying that I am late on my rent. Do you mind covering it for me? We are not doing this. This sounds desperate and needy, and we are not desperate and needy. We are high-end, valuable women. This is what a high-value woman would do. Darling, now that we're getting quite serious together and I'm not committing to anybody else apart from yourself, to really secure our relationship, I would love for you to support me in other ways than what you're currently doing. I am wanting to show him my best light for you in all possible ways and helping me with my rent or additional bills so I can give you that full support that you are desiring in all ways, and it would totally support our future longevity together, as I only envision myself with a man who is able to take on the responsibility of me too.
All right, so the whole rent thing. I have another video about the rent thing I'm going to do, because there's this thing where a lot of women are saying, like, I want to get to the point where a guy can pay my rent. And some women are saying, like, how do I get him to pay my rent for at least a year? So I'm going to start with this lady first. She comes in this high class way of, how to do it, instead of just like, hey, look, can you pay my rent? She's coming with this, elegant way of doing it to show that she is on a high class woman. What I think is, we talk about being independent and how we can do it all ourselves. Pay your own rent. You was paying it before. We say we want a man who knows how to do things, that don't need a woman to help him. Okay, so men have been paying rent or paying their house note, whatever, on their own. And I think that before you guys get married, you should be adulting as well. And part of adulting is paying your bills. If you got to get to the point that someone other than your dad is paying your bills, or even then, like, grow up, pay your own bills. And some people may say, well, you're hating because you can't get someone to pay your rent. No, I'm past that. I don't need someone to pay my rent, because I found someone who's going to give me a ring and buy me a house, let alone pay my rent. He's going to buy me a house and he's going to pay the mortgage. So you can continue listening to women who can help you pay your rent for a year and figure out what to do afterwards. Or you can listen to content that's going to help you find a man to buy you a house and pay the house note. Because a lot of the times these women are really just finessing men. That's all it is. You just find a way to get free dinners. You're just trying to find a way to get your bills paid because you can't afford it, or you just like the idea of being able to finesse someone so you don't have to pay it, so you can, all your money can go towards you for doing whatever you want. But a lot of times, a lot of these women are trying to get men to buy them, Birkin bags and fly them to different places. So where's your money going? So I think sometimes these women are selfish. They're not really trying to put into a relationship. They're just trying to see what they can get out of a relationship. I'm all for hypergamy. I'm all for women being in a relationship with a provider and a man that can provide and take care of things. But I'm not for a woman trying to finesse a man. This woman is just another version of a Shira 7. She's just a high-class non-black woman, essentially. And it's her intent to try to finesse a man? I think it is. Because if I didn't want people to think that I was trying to be a gold digger or finesse a man, I would not provide content of this sort. So if you're trying to actually be in a committed and a healthy relationship, this wouldn't be a question that's in your mind. How do I get him to pay for my rent? If you really like him, you'd just be doing what you was doing before, taking care of you, taking care of your bills, and then when you all get together, then he can prove that he can be a man. So I'm not advocating for this 50-50. I know a lot of people have mixed feelings about it. My idea of a 50-50 is the idea that a man is saying, well, we're going to split everything and actually going tit for tat. Like, this is yours, this is mine. No, I think that when you're married, you should be as one and you consider all of these things are yours. So you are both putting in the effort. So if you want to work, you great. If you want to be a housewife or a trophy wife, fine. But I think that a lot of times people are looking how to finesse people instead of how to make a relationship work. This has nothing to do with the relationship, this content like this, right? With this, what this woman's providing. This is another Shira 7. What can you get out of this relationship? How much money can you get? How much food or whatever that you can get without having to put in the time and the effort? And all to cover up. All of this is basically to mask it as I'm an elegant woman and this is what you need to do to prove to me that you are worthy of me. It's BS. It's BS. All she's asking for is money to get her rent paid. Why can't you afford the rent that you had before him? Or were you getting someone else to do it? And then because they're no longer paying that rent, now you're trying to finesse this guy. Y'all guys, wake up. These women, and I'm providing content like this. I'm saying this because a lot of times we think that it's people in our own community. I'm trying to show content where it's a mindset thing. It doesn't matter what age you are. It doesn't matter what you look like. People are finessing. There's a whole bunch of Shira 7s out of here. A whole bunch. It's not just her. A lot of people have the same mindset of, what can I get out of this relationship? How can I get free meals, free dinners? I don't want to be in a relationship with him, but I just want to go to fine dining so I can get that free meal and I don't have to pay for it. Like the lady who went to dinner where she was supposed to go to drinks and had all these oysters and had like 7 orders of them. Drink after drink. I mean, just gluttony. So, hey, guys, now you know. Now you know what the women out here are doing. And for the guys who think that they won't get this same kind of mindset from women of other groups, she just proved you wrong. All right? So thank you so much for tuning in to the Phillip Scott Show. Again, my name is Danielle DeVita. To learn more about my content, you can go to Mrs. Danielle DeVita on social media. Also, if you haven't, go ahead and download the African Diaspora News Channel app. We're trying to get 10,000 members, so go ahead and subscribe to become a member. You can be an annual, quarterly, or monthly member. I am a proud member, and I hope that you will be one too. Take care.